Hello everyone, it's Laura Jane. Thank you for joining me today. I am working with a new subscription feature from Altenew. It is called Paint-A-Flower, and this is a monthly subscription that comes from Altenew that features outline florals for you to color with any medium of your choice. And this very first Paint-A-Flower is the poppy. I'm going to be using the Watercolor Brush Markers to paint this beautiful poppy. So I inked the poppy 3 times onto Distress watercolor cardstock from Tim Holtz, and I grabbed the Fresh Lemon watercolor brush marker, and I like to get it going here into a palette well, just to get the color flowing. And then I started outlining that first poppy. So this is a dry paper, inked straight from the pen. And this is kind of how I warm up. Then I took clear water into that next well using a number 2 paintbrush. Added some water to get that fresh yellow color flowing there over the petal. Then you can see me just dab into the fresh lemon that is in the well and added that to the petal. Then I cleaned my brush into the clear water that is there, which I have to turn it yellow. I liked how that yellow water turned the petal so quickly into a finished color. So I decided here to go to the wet on wet technique. Off screen I do have fresh clean water, and so I'm taking my brush and adding clear water to the petal, and then look how quickly that color just moves right out of the tip of that marker. So I decided to go with the wet on wet for the rest of these poppies, just because I am an impatient painter and I want to see it get done quicker. You'll notice that I am working on petals that do not touch each other and allow that to have a little bit of dry time, moving on to a different area and then coming back and doing the next petal. That's why I like to have the 3 poppies, so I can paint another poppy while the petals are drying. So I'm going to leave you to watch the rest of this without me talking. I have listed the color of marker that I'm using at the time in the lower left-hand corner. I'll see you at the end of the video. At this point, I thought this petal had a little too much color, so I took a paper towel and simply removed, as you can see, most of the color, and started again using the fresh lemon. For the leaves, I used 3 colors of green. I have lime, sweet leaf, and moss. And eventually I did come in with the turquoise. But I wanted to leave the leaves nice and airy, so I just outlined them first with lime and then came in with the other 2 colors to give a little bit more definition. Not too much water used here, and this allowed the poppy petals to dry really well before I went in and fixed the centers. Now for the centers, I just started out with the purple wine and added dots at the center of each poppy, adding a few lines of definition between each petal, using the wet on dry technique at this point. I don't want the colors to run too much. However, if I don't like what was painted, it's super easy to come in and just kind of move that color around a little bit with the water. And then to finish up, I just grabbed that fresh lemon one more time and flicked some more bright yellow on petals that I thought were a little bit dull. You know, yellow is my favorite, and it helps mix some of the other colors nicely. At the tips of some of the petals, I am going behind what I have painted, and it creates a cool dimension to that petal. It looks like it's kind of flipped over. I don't know what to call it, but it just, looking really close, it just adds another dimension. So that's what I'm doing right here with the yellow. And then here's where I add the turquoise to the stem and leaves. And then this is pretty much finished as far as the poppies are concerned. After I turned off the camera, I decided I wanted some more background to these poppies, so I created a mask and placed it over the painted poppies and stamped the filler leaves that are found in the stamp set. I stamped one with the purple wine and the other with, I believe it was the lime, and then just quickly colored in with the watercolor brushes. Then I flicked some color on to give even more dimension and trimmed it down, placed a sentiment on it, and I was just thrilled with the way this card turned out. I hope you enjoyed watching these poppies come to life using the watercolor brush markers. And remember, this is a new subscription at Altenew called Paint-A-Flower, and this is the poppy. We are celebrating the new release with a blog hop, so make sure you check out in the description below the link that I have. Leave comments over there for chances to win, and you're not going to want to miss any of the inspiration from all the other artists, design team, and guest designers. Thank you for hanging out with me today. We'll see you next time. Bye.